First, we'll start off with our invocation from Mayor Hinton and follow with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the invocation.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we tonight just are in all of the devastation we've seen in our country, in Tennessee and Kentucky and other places, and we just ask that you be with these people and guard them and protect them. We thank you that we have been spared this devastation in our area. Tonight we ask that you will grant us wisdom, discernment, and compassion as we deliberate on the matters before us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item on our agenda is roll call. Ms. Webb, call roll, please.
Pro Tem Washington.
Here.
Councilman Wiggins.
Here.
Councilwoman Dykes.
Here.
Councilman Aiken.
Here.
President Bobo.
Present. Item number 5 on our agenda is presentations. Tonight we have 3. If you are with the Child Abuse Prevention Month group, could you please join Mayor Hinton at the lectern?
Right here by me. Miss Maddox. Oh, for Miss Maddox. Okay. That's good. Just stand there. Be fine. We have a special proclamation tonight on Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas child abuse and neglect are serious problems affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions require input and action from everyone. And whereas our children are our most valuable resources and will shape the future of the city of Northport and mold for the future of the state of Alabama, and whereas child abuse has long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have long-lasting consequences for victims of abuse, and whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote the social, emotional, and development well-being of children. And whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnerships created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, and families. And whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families. And now therefore be it resolved that I, John Hinton, as Mayor of the City of Northport, with the full support of the City Council, do hereby proclaim April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the City of Northport, and call upon all citizens and community agencies, faith groups, medical facilities, elected leaders, and businesses to increase their participation in our efforts to support families, thereby preventing child abuse and strengthening the communities in which we live. In witness whereof, I've set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Northport to be affixed this 7th day of April 2025. Let's give these people a hand for this. Would you like to make a few comments?
Just a comment on behalf of the CTF agencies. We just wanted to present these little child abuse prevention pens to the members here, if
great.
it's okay.
Sure.
And we do appreciate it, and thank you all for everything that you do.
You want to just pass it around?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I forgot to put mine on today. school all day was it.
Let's move this way a little bit so she can make a picture and try to get everybody in there.
Y'all gotta come in a little bit more.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all so much for coming tonight. Thank you. Our next group up is the Culver House Lift Program. If you're with that program, could you please join Mayor Hinton at the lectern? And Pro Tem Washington.
Just come on in here, that's good. Pro Tem Washington has suggested we make this proclamation tonight, and all these students here look like about the age of Mr. Washington. Not even close. So we're honoring the University of Alabama's Culver House Lift program. Whereas the City of Northport, under the effective leadership of John Hinton and the support of the Northport City Council, recognizes the profound impact of educational initiatives in our community. And whereas the University of Alabama Culver House Lift, this is Learning Initiative and Financial Training program, serves as an exemplary model of outreach and empowerment dedicated to enhancing the job skills of adults and teens in the Tuscaloosa and West Alabama regions. And whereas since its inception in August 2014, the Culver House Lift program has successfully fostered a collaborative environment between faculty and students, utilizing university resources to benefit our local community significantly. And whereas the program provides invaluable access to free classes and educational resources for individuals who face financial obstacles or other barriers to education. And whereas the Culver House Lift program not only strengthens the skills of participants, but also contributes to the overall economic development and vitality of our community. And whereas we commend the commitment of the University of Alabama's Culver House College Business Dean's Office and the Culver House School of Accountancy for their ongoing dedication to making education accessible to all. Now therefore be resolved that I, John Hinton, as Mayor of the City of Northport, with the full support of the City Council, do hereby proclaim our heartfelt appreciation for the University of Alabama Culver House Lift program and its commitment to fostering education and skill development in our community. In witness whereof, I have set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Northport to be affixed this the 7th day of April, 2025, signed John Hinton, Mayor. Let's give these students a hand.
My name is Lisa McKinney. Old-time friends with Woodrow, whom we are very grateful to know. The only thing I wanted to say, I wanted a couple of them to just say what they get out of what they do. But I want to tell you, sometimes when we watch the news and sometimes when we get on the internet, we think that the Generation Z is going to ruin things and that we're better. I can tell you that every day I'm with these guys, I know that we're going to be fine. Their number one positive aspect is their concern for their community. I'm a Gen X, and that was not what we are about. That's what they are about. They care so much about their community. They love it, and I'm so proud of every one of them. So if a couple of you would just say something, step up and just say something you've got out of it, what it means to you, or what impact it's had.
Hey y'all, I am one of the graduate assistants for LIFT, and I have had the opportunity to work with youth classes. The graduate assistants get to work on a variety of different classes with LIFT. I have a little brother. He's 12. During COVID, my mom had to suddenly become an elementary school teacher overnight, which is something that has happened all over this country. So I've found it particularly rewarding to be able to work with youth and be able to help repair this gap in knowledge that COVID has swept across the nation. So thank you all so much for the opportunity, and thank you to LIFT. This has been a phenomenal, very rewarding program.
Hi, my name's Walter, and I'm a class leader for LIFT. I actually have one very soon, but seeing the faces of joy of kids excited to actually come to tutoring, it's pretty special. And I just wanted to thank all the parents and people of Northport as well, because without any of y'all, this wouldn't be possible at all. So that would be the one thing I wanted to say. So.
Okay, one more, y'all. Come on. You got it. Come on, guys. I knew you got it. I knew you did it.
No, I've just really appreciated this opportunity because whenever I was growing up, I had a lot of really good tutors and mentors that helped me get through school and help prepare me to go to college. And so being able to give back to these kids has meant a lot to me and something I've really enjoyed.
You know, personally, I just want to say thank you, Miss Lisa. I think it's been, about 6 years now? And when I was running the Hatson Center, we was down there with, really no help. And I was like, I really want to do tutoring, but I know I can't really help them. So I prayed on it, and out of nowhere, I promise you, Miss Lisa called me. And she said, I can get as many tutors as you need. I said, really? And we've been running ever since, and I promise you, it's these guys and the ones before you guys has done a lot, for the city of Northport. And the door was open, not just Northport, for anybody who walked through the door. So thank y'all just for opening your arms up. Thank you, Ms. Lisa. I love you.
Love you too.
Thank y'all.
And let's move this way a little bit to get a picture.
I'm gonna get the podium out of it if y'all wanna step up, sorry. There you go, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. If you're with J&J Apparel, can you please join us at the lectern with Mayor Hinton and Councilman Wiggins?
This is the Business of the Month presentation proclamation recommended by Councilman Wiggins. And it's for April Business of the Month, J&J Apparel. So it reads this way. Whereas the City of Northport is proud to recognize J&J Apparel as the April Business of the Month, honoring their commitment to excellence in community, and whereas J&J Apparel has been a cornerstone of our local economy since 2004, providing best-in-class merchandise and services for campus groups, brands, and businesses, and whereas what began as a small family venture has blossomed into a nationally recognized apparel brand, demonstrating innovation and quality that reflects the spirit of Northport, and whereas all screen printing operations are conducted in-house within their impressive 32,000 square foot production facility located right here in Northport, showcasing their dedication to local craftsmanship. And whereas the talented team at J&J Apparel, comprised of individuals who bring diverse experiences and innovation ideas to the table, continually pushes the boundaries of creativity and quality. And whereas the City of Northport is thankful that J&J Apparel chose to call this community their home, contributing significantly to the local economy and enriching the fabric of our city. Now therefore be resolved that I, John Hinton, as Mayor of the City of Northport, with the full support of the City Council, proudly recognizes and honors J&J Apparel as the April Business of the Month. in witness whereof, I've set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Northport to be affixed this the 7th day of April 2025, signed John Hinton, Mayor. You want to say something about your company?
Sure. Thank you to the city and the council for this honor. We really appreciate your support and looking forward to many more years of business.
Carl, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, we always like to take an opportunity to recognize businesses that contribute to the community. J&J has been a business I pass by a lot on my way to work, and I would see it in District 3 there, and so I just wanted to include them in recognition for a business that does contribute a lot to the city. Thanks.
Let's give them a hand. Thank you.
Thank y'all for joining us tonight. The next item on our agenda is approval of the agenda. Is there anyone who would like to make a motion to approve the agenda for the April 7th, 2025 council meeting as printed?
So move.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Pro Tem Washington and a second by Councilman Akins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 7 is visitors to address the council. We have none tonight. Item number 8 is unfinished business. 8A is ordinance and resolutions of a permanent nature. 8A1 is a second reading ordinance amending Chapter 22, Buildings and Building Regulations, Article 3, Section 22-61 of the Municipal Code pertaining to moving buildings. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Madam Chairman. This has to do with updating our city code concerning moving houses. As you know, recently there was a house in front of Druid City Hospital, but Northport Hospital, DCH, that was moved, and that let us know our code needed to be updated to be consistent with ALDOT, and also give more authority to our chief of police, and also raise our insurance limits. So this makes this more updated. It's just a simple housekeeping measure. We're ready for vote for the council.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the ordinance amending Chapter 22, Buildings and Building Regulations, Article 3, Section 22-61 of the Northport Municipal Code pertinent to moving buildings. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 9 is new business. 9A is ordinances and resolutions of a permanent nature. 9A1 is a first reading resolution fixing the cost of demolition and authorizing filing a lien for the parcel located at 1207 15th Court. Ms. Ram.
Yes, ma'am. The total on that lien is $4,824.60. We will have a public hearing at your next council meeting. This item is ready for a first reading.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to offer that for first reading?
I offer it.
It's offered by Pro Tem Washington. Item number 9A2 is a first reading ordinance of annexation of approximately 0.83 acres located at 10408 Carthage Road with zoning designation of RS1 residential single family. Ms. Ram.
Yes, ma'am. This does come with a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission. We will have a public hearing at your next council meeting, and it is ready for a first reading.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to offer that for a first reading?
Offer. It's offer.
Okay. It's offered by Councilman Aiken. 9A3 is a first reading resolution abandoning drainage easements within the West Central Alabama Sports Medicine Complex subdivision. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is the old Fitness One location in front of DCH Northport. We have 2 drainage easements in there that we no longer need, so we are requesting to abandon those easements.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to offer that as a first reading?
I'll offer it.
It's offered by Councilwoman Dykes. Item number 9B is resolutions of temporary nature. 9B1 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute amendment number 2 with Kimley Horn and Associates Incorporated for professional services for the 2 Mile Creek drainage study. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is amendment number 2 to our drainage study we did a couple of years ago. This will allow Kimley Horn to do updated studies and submit paperwork to FEMA to revise our 100-year flood area. And this would, we expect 7 residents to be able to take it out of the 100-year flood zone, which will give them a break on their flood insurance.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute amendment number 2 with Kimley Horn and Associates Incorporated for professional services for the 2 Mile Creek drainage study. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Councilman Aiken. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B2 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a maintenance agreement of public right-of-way with ALDOT for the downtown sidewalks and streetscape Phase 3. Ms. Tubbs.
At the completion of the construction for the downtown sidewalks and streetscape Phase 3, this will allow the maintenance of those areas to be the responsibility of the city of Northport.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a maintenance agreement of public right-of-way with ALDOT for the downtown sidewalks and streetscape Phase 3 project. I'll put that forward as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, that's a motion by President Bobo and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 9B3 is a resolution designating official voting delegates for the 2025 Alabama League of Municipalities Annual Convention. Ms. Webb.
Yes, ma'am. This would designate Councilman Aiken as the official voting delegate and Councilman Wiggins as the first alternate for the 2025 League of Municipalities meeting, annual convention in Huntsville.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution designating Councilman Aiken as the official voting delegate and Councilman Wiggins as the first alternate for the 2025 Alabama League of Municipalities Annual Convention. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
That's a motion by Pro Tem Washington and a second by Councilman Wiggins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B4 is a resolution for special appropriation to Tuscaloosa County Parks and Recreation Authority. Mr. McGee.
Yes, ma'am. This is a $20,000 special one-time appropriation to Para. 10 of it to go toward replacing fitness equipment at the Fawcett Brothers Activity Center, and 10 for a repair of a green at Old Colony Golf Complex. It was approved at the March 17th Finance Committee meeting.
Okay. The form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing a one-time special appropriation of $20,000 to Tuscaloosa County Parks and Recreation Authority. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that was a motion by Councilwoman Dykes and a second by Councilman Wiggins.
Sure.
All right, are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B5 is a resolution amending Resolution 25-34, authorizing a special permit for the 2025 Progressive Dinner. Ms. Webb.
Yes, ma'am. The Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society and Historic Tuscaloosa applied for a permit at the Shirley Place to hold a progressive dinner that would allow for the service of alcohol at that location on May 8th. And the original granting of the resolution referenced Historic Tuscaloosa, but not Tuscaloosa County Historic Preservation Society. So this would amend to allow the alcohol application to coincide with the Tuscaloosa County Historic Preservation Society's name.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution granting a special permit to Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society Incorporated for the 2025 Progressive Dinner, which is an amendment to Resolution 25-34. Do I hear a motion?
So, second.
All right, that's a motion by Pro Tem Washington and a second by Councilman Wiggins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B6 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute easements with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for the wastewater treatment plant outfall improvements project. Ms. Webb?
Yes, ma'am. We have long sought 2 easements from the Corps of Engineers to improve the outfall line of the wastewater treatment plant, which will help increase treatment capacity at the wastewater treatment plant. These have been submitted to us for signature by the mayor, and I am requesting that we sign and get these back to the Corps of Engineers so that we will move forward with the project that has been funded.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the mayor to execute easements with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for the wastewater treatment plant outfall improvement project. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Councilman Aiken. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B7 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with ALDOT for the maintenance of public right-of-way. Ms. Starnes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. This is a yearly maintenance agreement with ALDOT to maintain the right-of-ways.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with ALDOT for the maintenance of public right-of-way. I'll put that forward as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, that's a motion by President Bobo and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 9B8 is a resolution awarding bid file number 25-01 for herbicide treatment of the flood control levee and various drainage channels. Ms. Starnes.
Yes, ma'am. This is a 3-year bid, and EDCO was the lowest responsible bidder, meeting all the minimum bid specs.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution awarding bid file number 25-01, a 3-year herbicide treatment program of the flood control levee and various drainage channels for a total amount of $73,500. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B9 is a resolution to accept conditional grant award, continued participation in the National Fitness Campaign, and fund an outdoor fitness court and community wellness initiative. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this will be the second fitness court that we've gotten from this wellness campaign. It will be located at Tiger Park, and we will use the grant match money will come out of the grant match fund.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution accepting the National Fitness Campaign in the amount of $50,000. And the matching funds will come from fiscal year 25 Northport First Grant Match. The City of Northport will commit to encouraging healthy lifestyles in the community through the implementation and use of the affordable outdoor fitness court, and the authorized grant representatives can submit and execute all documentation related to the grant. Do I hear a motion?
So move.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Pro Tem Washington, a second by Councilman Wiggins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Nine B10 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Unity for dark fiber. Mr. Murphy.
Yes, this agreement provides better pricing for some of our existing services.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Unity for dark fiber between Northport City Hall and the Public Safety Building, and to approve any requisitions pertinent to said agreement. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay. All right, so that's a motion by Councilman Aiken and a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting by Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B11 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract with Taylor Electrical Contractors Incorporated for the River Run Park at Northport Shore. Package number 5, audio-visual bid package. Ms. Tubbs.
Yes, this is to award our audio-visual contract to Taylor Electric. They were the only bidder. We did value engineer this. The amount of the award is for $1,195,000 and will be paid out of our bond account.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract with Taylor Electrical Contractors Incorporated in the amount of $1,195,000 for River Run Park at Northport Shore. This is package number 5, which is audio visual, and that's coming out of our bond account. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B12 is a resolution authorizing city administrator to execute a contract with Miscellaneous Metals and Fabrication LLC for new lime feeder installation at the water treatment plant. Mr. Webb.
Yes, early last year, y'all allowed us to proceed with the purchase of this equipment. It's got long lead times on the fabrication of it. And when the equipment's finally arrived and we're ready to have it installed.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute a contract with Miscellaneous Metals and Fabrication LLC for the new lime feeder installation at the water treatment plant in the amount of $65,450 and to authorize the city administrator to take all actions, execute all documents, and approve all expenditures for this contract. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Pro Tem Washington, a second by Councilman Wiggins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B13 is a resolution authorizing city administrator to execute an agreement with the Cassidy Company Incorporated for greater downtown area water and sewer infrastructure inventory and assessment. Mr. Webb.
Yes, this is some of our oldest infrastructure we have in the downtown area. It's pretty much from the river to the levee up to 10th Street to the west side of Rolling Wallace. This will have an assessment and inventory of water and sewer lines through in that area.
Okay, so the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to execute an agreement with the Cassidy Company Incorporated for greater downtown area water and sewer infrastructure inventory and assessment. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. 9B14 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force. Chief Burton.
Yes, ma'am. This agreement allows us to continue participating as a member of the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force.
Okay. So the form of that motion is to adopt the resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force. I'll put that forward as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, that's a motion by President Bobo and a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 9C is consent agenda. It ranges from minutes, bill listings, and PO requisitions. The form of the motion is to approve the consent agenda for April 7th, 2025 council meeting as printed. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that is a motion by Councilman Wiggins and second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 10 is reports of special committees of council. Do we have any? Item number 11 is public hearings. We have 6 public hearings tonight. 4 are from the legal department and 2 are from the police department. Excuse me. 11B1 is a second reading ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter a non-exclusive franchise agreement with Fiber Utility Network Incorporated, DBA Alabama Fiber Network. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Madam President. The first two are very similar. They're both negotiated by local governmental services, which is through the league. You've authorized us to use them in the past on negotiating these franchises for allow these cable companies and other fiber companies to use our city right away. The first one is with Fiber Unity Network. It's ready for vote by the council.
Okay. We'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B1. Is there anyone who would like to speak for or against this item? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B1. Form of the motion is to adopt the ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter a franchise agreement with Fiber Utility Network Incorporated, DBA, Alabama Fiber Network, for the purpose of constructing and maintaining fiber optic infrastructure network within public rights of way within the city of Northport. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Item 11B2 is a second reading ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter a franchise agreement with Southern Light LLC. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Madam President, this is the same. It's been negotiated by the same company. It's ready for a vote by the council after a public hearing.
Okay, so I'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B2. Is there anyone who would like to speak for or against this item? Okay, hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B2. Form of the motion is to adopt the ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter a franchise agreement with Southern Light LLC for fiber optic transmission lines with certain public rights of way within the city of Northport. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 11B3 is a second reading fixing the cost of nuisance weed abatement and authorizing the filing of a lien for property located at 4929 Emerald Bay Drive. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Madam President. The next two are very similar. This fixes the cost of the weed abatement, which allows the city to file the lien, and then when the taxes are paid next year, it allows the city to recoup its costs in having to cut the leaves and remove the trash on these two lots. The first one is on 4929 Emerald Bay Drive. It's ready for a vote by the council after a public hearing.
Okay, I'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B3. Is there anyone who would like to speak for or against this item? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B3. Form of the motion is to adopt the resolution fixing the cost of nuisance weed abatement and authorizing the filing of a lien for property located at 4929 Emerald Bay Drive, Northport, Alabama. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Dykes and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 11B4 is a second reading fixing the cost of nuisance weed abatement and authorizing the filing of a lien for property located at 1005 Princeton Place. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Madam President, this is the same. Both of these amounts are generally in the range of about $1,700. The specific amounts are in both resolutions, so this is ready for vote on the Princeton Place address once you have a public hearing.
Okay, I'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B4. Is there anyone who would like to speak for or against this item? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11B4. Sorry.
For the law.
I don't know how that happened. Okay. The form of the motion is to adopt the resolution fixing the cost of nuisance weed abatement and authorizing the filing of a lien for property located at 1005 Princeton Place, Northport, Alabama. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Councilman Wiggins and a second by Pro Tem Washington. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting with Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Thank y'all. I'd like to apologize for that. That was an accident, and my ears are still ringing.
So are ours.
Item 11C is Planning and Inspections Department. We have none tonight. 11D is the Police Department. We have 2 items. 11D1 is an ABC license for Jake's Juke Joint on behalf of Jake French, located at 5675 Highway 43 North. Chief Burton.
We did not find any issues with it.
Okay. All right, I'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11D1. Is there anyone here who would like to speak for or against this item? Come on. So when you get to the lectern, tell us your name and your address, please.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. See?
Ears are really ringing now, huh? My name is Jake French. My address is 2000 Manassas, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 35406. And I'm here to talk for Jake's Juke Joint. Yeah, guys, it's been a long time coming, much bigger project than I was anticipating. I do want to thank the city and the folks that work with the city for really working with me. You know, the anticipation was it's not going to be this big, but I think we're really going to bring something cool and fun to Northport, and I'm super excited. And it seems the community around us is very excited. We have a ton of people stopping by every day, and you know, I think it's going to be a huge, good addition, a good place to eat food, good place to meet people. Maybe a little dancing. Ladies, dust off your dancing shoes. And, you know, but, you know, to have a good time and really add to the community. You know, I tried to make this place for everybody, but I'm really trying to pay special attention to my local blue-collar workers and my local white-collar workers. That, hey, you guys are here 365 days a year. And, you know, I'm paying special attention to, you know, the good people in Northport.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just want to know when it's opening because I pass by it 4 times a day and I need to know.
Y'all want to see some? I brought some menus that y'all can have if you want. Can I drop them off up there? You want to wait or?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
We love that. We get asked
Okay.
those questions every day.
Yeah, and these are not 100% finished, but we still got some fleshing out on them to do. But this is going to be we're probably 75% of the way there.
The egg rolls looked delicious.
Oh,
The
they were
spring
so
rolls,
good.
those looked delicious.
Yeah, they were good. I promise you.
Thank
And y'all
you.
can have these.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Do we have an established start date, do you think?
As soon as possible.
Okay, okay.
We're
He's trying.
Yeah, we've
Thank
been
you.
down there
Oh, yeah, yeah.
trying to really knock it out. It's really been kind of here on the back end. There's a lot of little, you know, trying to get the small things fixed. Because I've talked to a lot of other owners who have been in the restaurant industry, and it's been the same message. They're like, make sure that you really tie up all these little loose ends at the end. Because they're like, if you go in there and you've got, just one more little thing, that thing could really blow up on you. And the last thing you want is to be open for 2 weeks and then shut down for a week because you got a plumbing issue or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we're really trying to, you know, cross our T's and dot our I's. So when we do get open, you know, we got to work the kinks out. We all know how it works, you know, for about the first month. But we just don't want to have a situation where, you know, we forgot a wire or something. You know what I mean? We just want to have it where we can go through, work the kinks out. Hopefully it'd probably take us maybe a month, you know how it normally goes, until we can really start doing more, you know, get the process down, and then we can really expand to, you know, doing some nighttime stuff for the older folks and things like that.
Well, it looks good. Y'all are doing a great job.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Great menu.
You like it? Cool. Yeah, we got a couple more things kind of going on there. And like the vast majority of our stuff, when I'm saying we're making in-house, like our barbecue sauce, we start out with apple butter. We don't have any other products. We make it from scratch. We've got a smoked poblano ranch that we got buttermilk. We're cutting up the different herbs and spices. This is not something we're using a pack for. We're smoking these poblanos. They're delicious, beautiful, fresh flavor. I've got one of our signature items is going to be, listen to this, a smoked bourbon, bacon, jalapeno, 5 cheese mac and cheese.
We're hungry.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're
hungry.
We gonna fill you up. So, but a lot of these things, we've created, me and mostly my wife over the years, come up with some wonderful items that I think that folks are going to enjoy. And it's going to be, like I said, we're going to be for everybody, but we're really going to try to take care of our local folks.
It looks great.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak for or against this item? Hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11D1. Everybody good back there? Got your menus?
That one's gonna go to the visitor center.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the form of the motion is to approve the ABC license for Jake's Juke Joint on behalf of Jake French, located at 5675 Highway 43 North. I'll put that forward as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, that's a motion by President Bobo and a second by Councilwoman Dykes. Do I have any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting on Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 11D2 is ABC temporary nonprofit special event retail license for William Hawkins on behalf of the Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society Incorporated. 2025 Progressive Dinner. Chief Burton.
We definitely do not have any issues with this one.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, Nene, where's the menu and the sample? Just saying.
I'll open the floor for public hearing for agenda item 11D2. Is there anyone who would like to speak for or against this item? Okay, hearing none, I'll close the floor for public hearing on agenda item 11D2. Form of the motion is to approve the ABC temporary nonprofit special event retail license for William Hawkins on behalf of the Tuscaloosa County Preservation Society Incorporated 2025 Progressive Dinner. I'll put that forward as a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, it's a motion by President Bobo and a second by Councilman Wiggins. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Voting on Pro Tem Washington.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 12 is City Administrator's business. Ms. Webb.
None tonight. Thank you.
None tonight. All right. Item number 13 is departmental business. We have none tonight. Item number 14 is mayor and council members' business. We'll start with the Honorable Mayor, Dr. John Hinton.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a few comments from our recent audit that presented at the last meeting in March. LaCroix Richardson did a thorough job in their review of our finances. To receive a report with no findings is quite a compliment to our city. Why is a good audit important? It provides support to our recent report by Finch, making our AA plus credit rating now confirmed after their initial assignment. It helps us sustain our AA plus rating and may help secure future advancements. Second, it says to our public in the city is operating a creditable financial program, no fraud, good management of the funds, with careful accountability of all money. Third, it says our personnel, with Ms. Webb as administrator, Mr. McGee as finance director, all the financial department employees, directors, and other employees who spend money are following correct accounting procedures and government regulations as prescribed related to finances. Really, this pertains to most all of us. I just want to give a big thank you to all these people, in particular our finance department, for the good work they do day in and day out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Hinton. Next item is District 1. I have one announcement. On Friday, the 11th at 10 a.m., we'll have a ribbon cutting at the Experience Northport Welcome Center, Visitor Center, and Heritage Museum. We would love for everyone to join us for that. And that's all I have for District 1. I think we have put a call out to citizens. We're waiting on right-of-way acquisitions for Main Avenue, and that's moving along a lot better. So very thankful for everyone who's working with us to come back and speak with the city about those items. District 2, Pro Tem Washington.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to say thank you to the Northport Police Department and all the volunteers who's been out working, looking hard for Mr. Nate Short. And I ask everyone to keep his family and keep a prayer for him. I know it's not in my district, but it's a lot of people who's working and really trying to help Mr. Nate Short get back home. So I appreciate everybody. I want to say thank you for everybody who volunteered. If it's just sharing the post on Facebook, but a prayer is always welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you, Pro Tem Washington. District 3, Councilman Wiggins.
I have none.
Thank you. District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
Yes, I actually had a question for Ms. Tubbs for clarification. Our last meeting, we did a resolution for a change order with turf. The money was said that it came out of the bond money, but it didn't come out of the bond money, did it?
The turf is coming, the turf expenses for the River Run Park are coming out of retained earnings.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure and make sure that was clarified and on the record.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
All right, District 5, Councilman Aiken.
Nothing tonight.
All right, item number 15 is to adjourn the meeting. It is 6:22 p.m. Do I hear a motion?
So move.
Second.
All right, that's a motion by Pro Tem Washington and a second by Councilman Wiggins. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
Give me my cookies.